Thank you for joining me in these daily devos as we are diving deep into the Word of God to get the Word, the whole Word, and nothing but the Word. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. Join me now as we are in Ephesians chapter 3, and we're now on the 13th verse, which says, "Therefore, I ask you not to lose heart at my tribulations for you, which is your glory." Therefore, so Paul is now exhorting the church in Ephesus, saying to them, I'm asking you not to lose heart because of what I'm going through. I'm asking you not to be discouraged, not to be dismayed. Because of my tribulation, my imprisonment, my chains, my bonds, everything I'm going through is for you. And this is a very, very powerful principle here, that tribulations, what is a tribulation? A tribulation is trouble that we go through that God has permitted. Now, that's different to just normal trouble, which can be a result of other people's choices and actions, can be a result of consequences of our own choices. Biblically speaking, tribulation is trouble, challenges, problems, negative and demanding, challenging situations God allows us to go through. And the thing about tribulation is that tribulation always has purpose. The purpose of suffering in the will of God is always going to result in glory. It's always going to result in someone else benefiting. It'll also result in your glory, in the sense that Paul says that though the outward man perishes, yet the inner man is renewed day by day. He says we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the outshining of the glory or power should be of God and not of us. Here's the bottom line. What he's saying here is that whenever we go through trouble, whenever we go through pain that God has permitted, whenever we go through tribulations that God has allowed, and He does allow them, it is for a greater purpose. And Paul is saying here that my tribulations are for you. In other words, that what I'm going through as pain, as deprivation, as trouble, is for your benefit. I want to encourage you with that this morning, this time, or this day, what time you're watching. Whatever your trouble, the trouble God has allowed in your life is for the benefit of somebody else, and it'll work out for greater glory in your life. And then Paul says, which is your glory? What is the glory? The glory is not losing heart. When we don't give up, we end up seeing the manifestation of the promises of God. We end up enjoying the blessings of God in our lives. So my encouragement to you today is that no matter what it is you're dealing with today, whatever you're going through in your life that God has permitted, then I want you to know that it has a purpose. And that means that there's a beginning to it and there's an end to it. Then when God's purpose is fulfilled, the trouble will end. And if you hold on in your situation, you are going to enjoy the blessing and the outcome of you having gone through that tribulation and God being glorified in your life as a result. So hold on, my friend, hold on, my brother and my sister. You're coming out on the other side.